Hello and welcome back to Rep Sports. I am Rahul Giri. I am joined by Bharat and a perfect start for Indian men's hockey team at this Hockey World Cup campaign as they defeated Wales by 3-1 and captain Harmanpreet Singh scored a brace. Both the goals came from penalty corner. A lot of talks were going on regarding his penalty corners conversion rate before this World Cup. But captain again stood up when his team needed him the most. A lot of positive from the first game, but next up England will face formidable England. So what actually India need to do, we'll talk in details about that. Also, we'll look forward to our Indian women's hockey team as well, who will take on China in their opening encounter of this Hockey World Cup. Bharat, your first thoughts on India's 3-1 win over Wales?
That was a very satisfactory performance. Yes, if you are a critic, you might hit back at me by observing that there is one goal that was given. Want to if you want to be a detractor, but still it was a very satisfactory performance from the Indian team. A lot of things went well, as you just noted. Harmanpreet got a couple of goals via penalty corners. The good part was in the second goal. If you look at the second goal, he changed the angle nicely, tracked it, changed the angle nicely, and scored that goal. So that would have brought that, or that would have gladdened the hearts of the Indian management. Yes, you can counter me by saying that against a bigger team, better team like England, it won't be that easy to get those goals in. But still, it was nice to see that kind of variation. And even if you look at other factors, as you just noted, even before the start of the match, about someone like Manpreet, he won a penalty corner for India. I think in the second half, he won a penalty corner. In the first half, India were very, what can I say? India were good with their high press game. Yes, in the second half, they kind of sat back a little bit. And what you can say, they were looking for counter attacks, sat back a little bit. And after that, yes, in the fourth quarter, right at the end, there's a little bit of what can I say, comedy of errors with the referee not
Yeah.
able to whistle, and it was given as a goal. So maybe that took a little bit of sheen away from India's victory, because India would have wanted a clean slate against a team like Wales. But still, 3-1 you would take, as even someone like Mohit Hedges, who came in as a substitute goalkeeper. He made a very good save. So,
Absolutely.
yeah, lot of good pointers to take from this match. And even someone like Jarmanpreet, I think, was defending quite solidly back on the back line.
You're spot on, Bharat. I mean, to sum up the whole game, I would say Wales actually started on a high note because inside first 5 or 6 minutes, Wales, I think they made 2 to 3 circle penetration. Almost they came close to scoring the first goal. But then after fifth or sixth minute, once India started dominating the ball, it was completely India's game. I mean, till the third quarter, India kept on dominating the game. Wales were totally outplayed, totally outnumbered in the midfield. That was a fluid attacking play from Indian side. India took the control of the midfield, kept on creating chances, kept on penetrating Wales' circle. And also, again, India got penalty corners. They converted those penalty corners. One of the biggest positive from this game is that when Harmanpreet Singh, your captain and one of the best drag flicker in this side, not on the pitch, then also your team is scoring from penalty corner. And today it was Sanjay Rana who stepped up in absence of Harmanpreet Singh, converted brilliantly from that penalty corner that pierced through, Wales goalkeeper. And then 3 minutes later, India got another penalty corner, and then no one but Harmanpreet Singh scored brilliantly from that penalty corner. So a lot of positive from this game. But again, Bharat, do you think India will get this much space or with this much ease? Can they score penalty corner against England?
Yeah, the same point. Obviously it would be a tougher challenge, the England team. If you look at, I think it was in the second half when I was watching on the right side, on the right flank, there was a lot of space for the Indian team to get in. That is something that I don't think they will have that kind of space against a team like England. They will be a little more structured. So yes, that is absolutely true. But as I noted, even before the start of the match, that it's important to get a win under your belt. That will just boost your confidence. One has seen in the past that India maybe some years ago. I won't say in recent times in the Olympics, but at least over a period of time when I seen India not starting a big tournament well. So from that perspective, it's good to get a victory under the belt, even though it came against a 15th ranked or a 16th ranked side like Wales. But still, victory is a win is a win, and they just have to carry forward that confidence. And India have a pretty good record against England over a period of time. Yes, England have given some fight here or there, but over a period of time, at crucial moments, in crucial in big tournaments, India have done reasonably well against England. If you look at the head-to-head, hopefully they will come out on top in the next match as well. If you want to add a few words on this big match that is coming up.
Of course, I think it's going to be a difficult task for Indian men's team. I mean, the space they actually got today, the way they actually controlled the midfield today against Wales, I don't think it will be possible for India against England, because England have been one of the most formidable side in recent times in the world hockey, and also that game will define actually whether India or England who will qualify for the second group stage as the top, at the top place team from this table. So obviously that's going to be a difficult game. But as you mentioned, I agree with you, because in the recent times, especially in the at the Pro League, in the last two games where England and India faced each other, both the games went into the shootout where both the teams winning a piece. So that shows that it is going to be a neck and neck battle. I mean, not India, not England. We might. It's actually difficult to predict who will be the favorite in that game. But I think it's going to be a thrilling battle between both the side, because India have showed in today's game that they have the potential. I mean, to give tough. To give tough opposition to teams like England. But Bharat, you have spoken to Mohit H's, and he made a brilliant save in today's match.
Yeah, see, Mohit HS has a noted is someone who looks like a very quick learner. That is what I can tell, because when I was talking to him, he was analyzing someone like how what he learned from Srijesh, what he learned from Vincent Vanesh, two great goalkeepers. He obviously trained with Srijesh, and he has been a teammate of Vincent Vanesh in league. So in league tournament, so he was analyzing their goalkeeping styles, how well he was doing it. That itself told you that he's someone who watches the grades of the game very closely, tries to pick up a few things from them, and today he showed his class. Even in the Pro League, I've seen him do well. I think it was in the Hobart League, if I'm not mistaken, where he showed his class and quality as a goalkeeper. I think India have a wonderful talent here. Yes, he's an accidental goalkeeper. You might have known his story in the sense that
Yeah, I think from basketball, no, if I'm not wrong.
yeah, volleyball. What happened is
Volleyball,
basically,
sorry.
what happened basically is the hockey team here in Hassan. Hassan is about maybe 200 kilometers away from Bengaluru. So the hockey team didn't have a goalkeeper. The coach went over to the volleyball coach and asked for if someone will come in as a goalkeeper. And Mohit H's came forward a year later or so, maybe not just a year later, whatever it is, some months later, he wanted to again get into volleyball. At that time, the volleyball coach said, "You're not tall enough now." So he was
Okay.
tall. At that time, he was tall for playing volleyball, but 1 year or so later, he was not tall enough to play volleyball again. So. But yeah, it's around 6 feet for hockey. That's absolutely fine as a goalkeeper, and I think is someone is a very fast learner. But it's true that he's very much an accidental goalkeeper. At some point of time, he even wanted to be forward. The hockey coach basically said, "Don't be stupid. I wasted 1 year of my time, invested 1 year of my time in trying to make you a good goalkeeper, and now you again want to change your position, try to become a goalkeeper." So yeah, but a nice guy, and he seems like a very quick learner as well.
What a fantastic story. I mean, from accidentally becoming a goalkeeper from Karnataka, and now stepping in the shoes of, I mean, Kishan Pathak, you would say, because he's not the first choice goalkeeper. Obviously, it's Suraj Karkera, but today against Wales, Craig Fulton got the room to try out some new faces. and of course, Mohit H's on hard with that brilliant save from the from that actually from open field attack. Uh, Here one is commenting, I think Subhash Chaudhary, and like Subhash Chaudhary, others who are also watching this live, you can comment and you can share your thoughts regarding India's performance against Wales. We'll take those comment. Should have been a clean sheet, but Bharat, do you see any defensive flaws from Indian side? And of course, we have all seen how they actually conceded the goal. That was a collective effort from the defense.
Yes.
Mohit H has also tried his best to deny that
Yes.
shot, but ball unfortunately crossed the line. But still, any other defensive flaws you have noticed?
See, it's not much. What I can tell is against a team like Wales, maybe if there is a defensive flaw or two, it kind of might get hidden. But in the first half, India, I think, were quite good with their defense. And under Craig Fulton, Sabah, who very much stresses upon defensive structure. In the first couple of halves, at least, especially in the second half, India were very good with their defense. Maybe they relaxed a little bit right at the end, but these things basically happen, especially when you're 3-0 in leads. Yes, you can hit back at me by saying that you have to be ruthless against a team like Wales. But still, I think India will take this result going forward. Just wanted to add one more point. Obviously, you might know there's a good goalkeeper called Subaya from Karnataka. Hopefully, Mohit will carry forward this kind of legacy from another goalkeeper who you would remember for saving all those penalties in that 94 World Cup match against Argentina. So hopefully we'll carry forward the legacy of A.B. Subaya from Karnataka.
Absolutely. And coming to other players, I would say Abhishek Nayan will be a bit frustrated with his performance today against Wales because he got a few chances, but he couldn't convert those, I think. And of course, I think overall team performance, I think Craig Fulton also will be a bit concerned about team's failure to score from open field attack because India actually
Rajinder as
penetrated quite a few times
well.
inside.
Yeah, if you notice
Sorry,
Rajinder as
Bharat?
well, I think, if you notice Rajinder as well missed one
Yeah.
chance somewhere in the
Yeah,
second half.
exactly.
I
So do you
guess
think it will?
India.
Yeah, it's a concern for Team India before going to the game against England. Then later they will face some, difficult challenge against teams like Netherlands or Argentina in the second group stage. Failure to score from open field attack. Of course, they're converting those penalty corners, but we have seen they came close actually quite a few times, but failed to find the back of the net.
Yeah, it's something, as I noted, you have to be a little more ruthless against a team like Wales. On another day, it could have been 5-1, it could have been 5-0 or 5-1. I don't think Wales really played well, barring maybe the first 6-7 minutes, or maybe first 5-6 minutes of the first quarter. After that, India basically dominated. So India could have, it could have been, result could have been 5-0, 5-1, or 6-1. In that sense, yes, they missed a few goals here or there. Maybe right at the end, they relaxed a little bit. But victory is win. As I noted, win is a win. Just carry forward to the next match against England. Obviously, it will be a little more tougher. But yes, still expect India to do well in that match as well.
Absolutely, Bharat, you are spot on. Another player who won my heart actually in today's game, that is Shilanand Lakra. I mean, he got injured inside the first quarter. He went back into the dressing room. He got treatment, and then he came back in the second half and played for his country. That's kind of bravery. Uh, that was showed by actually Shilanand Lakra. He
So very
he had a decent
deceptive.
outing.
Yeah, yeah. Is this what
Sorry,
I
Bharat.
wrote? Sorry for interrupting. It's a very
No,
deceptive,
no.
very kind of deceptive forwards. That's all I wanted to add. So very deceptive forwards.
Absolutely. I
These.
mean, Srilanka Lakra very much central to Indian hockey team's plan, but today actually with his bravery, with his uh, sportsman spirit, he actually won my heart. To be honest, uh, we'll talk more about our Indian men's hockey team, but before that, we should also look forward to tomorrow's match that is between Indian women's hockey team and China, as the Indian women's hockey team will open the campaign this Hockey World Cup. Bharat is against China, against whom Indian women's team lost 4-1 the Asia Cup. Do you think India have some chances against China tomorrow?
Oh, that is going to be, as you know, it's going to be quite tough. If you ask me, if I just put my neutral hat on, I feel China might come out on top, but again, I'm not ruling out the Indian women's team from putting up a good performance. We have seen in the past, yeah, it's about a couple of years ago, as I noted, they played went up against Germany, very very experienced side, and in front of obviously home crowds, they put up a really stellar performance, which kind of surprised me. So who knows, the Indian women's team might do well, but still with China team, if you look at players like Yi Hong, Peng Yang, their forward is very very good. I suddenly forgot her name. Uh, I think it is Zoom Myrong. Sorry if I pronounced her name a little bit. If I'm not pronouncing it correctly.
He will be a
But
she will be a real threat.
yeah, yeah. So China have a pretty good side compared to India. So you expect China to win this if you want me to put my neutral hat on, but who knows? India might just being an underdog. India might just lift that game and surprise us all. And if it would be a pleasant surprise if India do well and come out on top. If you want to add a little more about this matchup.
Absolutely. I mean, it's going to be a difficult task for Indian women's team. China, they won the silver at the Paris Olympic, and recently the way they have progressed in the last few years under their new head coach is really a defining moment in the world hockey. China, I think, very much ahead of India. To be honest, for tomorrow's game, India need to punch above their weight if they really want to give tough opposition to China. But also we won't write off Indian women's hockey team because now Sword Marine is back in charge, under whom Indian women's team finished fourth at the Olympics, and also with his inception, with him returning it, Indian women's hockey team coach, the team has also changed a lot. Recently, if you see, they have finished within top two in the last three tournaments: Asia Cup, World Cup qualifiers, then FIH Nations Cup as well. And they are coming on the back of winning the Nations Cup, actually defeating New Zealand. But again, the problem is our women's team haven't faced much formidable opponents, like China or other heavyweight nation have faced, in the lead up to this hockey World Cup. So that is one concern. They have tested themselves against teams like Chile, against Japan or other, but never they have faced, against formidable opponents. So that is one concern heading into this tournament. But again, I think it's also Sword Marina's home ground. It's Netherlands only, so he will like to ensure that his team shows a a battle against China. So let's see. But again, I think the draw this hockey World Cup have been very kind to Indian men's hockey team, but not for the women's hockey team, because not only China, they will face England as well. Only they have a realistic chance against South Africa, but I really see it's difficult for women's hockey team to move past the group stage. Okay, we have got few comments. India didn't open all the cards today. Do you think so, Bharat? I mean, Craig Fulton holding his card close to his chest for the England game.
Yeah, you can say that. See, as one noted, India experimented quite a bit. So they were trying a few different things. We have seen in the past as well, them trying a few different things. As I noted in the Pro League, they tried a double layered defense, defensive structure. So they have tried a few different things. Today also they were trying to experiment a little bit. So that's kind of expected that they won't throw all the cards in a match like against Wales. It was just it was a good clinical show in the first couple of hours. And after that, yeah, maybe they relaxed a little bit, still came out on top. So you expect them to put up an even better show against England. Hopefully, that will be the case.
Absolutely. Field goals नहीं निकल रहे हैं. That's
Same thing we
हम
just
already
talked about it.
वही discuss कर रहे थे show में. Already we are talking about that India didn't got any field goals. They actually created a lot of chances, but failed to score any field goal. I mean, Abhishek, then Shukjit, then Rajinder also got one
That's
opportunity
nice and
inside
noted,
the
yeah.
D, but failed to find the back of the net. So that will be one concern heading into that England game, because against teams like England will won't give you that much space inside their D. You will have to be quick with your decision making. You will have to convert those half chances against those teams. So that is one area where India need to address before playing against England. गौरव साइनी commenting again that कब तक हम हरमनप्रीत पे डिपेंड रहेंगे, फील्ड गोल्स भी आने चाहिए. बट आज का मैच में तो we have got one positive, right, Bharat? I mean, in absence of Harmanpreet, Sanjay Rana have scored. Maybe in some other day, Shukjit will also step up in penalty corners.
Yeah, from today's perspective, it is right. It's true that India have had problems when it comes to penalty conversion. As I noted, they were the third worst or something like third worst team when it comes to penalty corner conversion in the Pro League. Around 19-20% only they were converting. So from that sense, it was good to see. Yes, field goals. India need to get it right. But we know when he's playing at his best, Abhishek Saban is very good in terms of getting it right. And as I noted, Shilanand is someone to watch out for. He might not have the best of the games today. Yes, he was decent to good. And, from an injury, made a comeback. But Saban, look out for, is very deceptive. So hopefully they will get it right in the matches to come. But it was from penalty conversion. It was good to see India getting it right with all those goals. But against a bigger team, it would be obviously tougher.
Absolutely. 6 and 7 chances missed today's match. Absolutely. I agree with you, Gaurav Saini. But against England, how are we looking, Bharat, actually? Because if you look at the head to head, it's not that England dominates the head to head in recent times. It's quite equal head to head for both the teams. And also, do you see India qualifying into the second group stage as the first place team, or do you think something?
So, as I noted, historically, India have tended to play well against England in crucial matches. I'm not saying they won big or something on those lines, but even in the that Paris Olympics, that historic match, or even if you go back in time, uh, generally India have tended to do well at crucial moments against England. Hopefully, that will be the case. As we have already noted for umpteen times, this will be a tougher challenge than what we saw against than the kind of team that Wales is. But still, I think India could just find an escape route and come out on top in this match as well. That's just what my gut feel says. Yes, India have to improve on certain aspects. We have already talked about how India missed out on quite a few of the goals. It could have been easily 6-1, 5-1, 6-0 in today's match. It's the kind of recklessness that they should have showed against a team like Wales. Hopefully, against England, that would be the case where they will bring out their A game.
Absolutely, India have missed six or seven chances today, or else India would have scored more goals, and that would have been advantage for India because this time in this new format of the Hockey World Cup, the goal difference and the the points will be carried forward into the second group stage. So obviously, India will regret a bit against England. They face a tougher opposition, but Pakistan, I don't think it would be problematic for India. The way they have defeated by bigger margin the Pro League. Uh, as of now, we could say that India going into the second group stage, but again, the England game will define whether India will be at the first place or second place. India will score more field goals against England, but that looks tough because England also have been one of the best performing team at the recent Pro League, and also they're coming into this World Cup well prepared. So England will prove difficulties for Indian team for no doubt. India will beat Belgium. Today, it's coach strategy not to open all cards. Belgium, I don't know whether India will face Belgium now. I mean, in the second group stage, obviously, India have a chance to face Netherlands or Argentina. But that's what remains to be seen. Can India really qualify for the same final? Because that would be an incredible result for Indian men's hockey team at this World Cup if they can accomplish that. So that's it for now. We've already discussed for around 25 minutes. Already have taken a lot of comment, but still, before we end our show, Bharat, final comments?
The final comments, as I noted, it was a very satisfactory performance from the Indian team against Wales. I won't use the word great or outstanding. I don't think India were outstanding, as we already noted. Observed, India missed quite a few goals or chances. But it was good to see Harmanpreet getting a few out, getting a couple of goals, especially that variation. I liked it. That kind of how he changed the angle at the last minute. India's defense was pretty good in the first couple of halves, I believe, especially the second half, second quarter. It was very good. Other than that, Mohit's goalkeeping was very very gritty. So overall, it was a
Another positive.
satisfactory. And yes, from the next match, yes, there are a couple of players that we need to keep an eye on from England. One of them we may not have talked much about him. That is, I think, Nick Bandrak, someone who's coming through the ranks from the under 20. He's someone we need to keep an eye on this forward. And that is obviously Sam Ward. I guess Rupert would be there. So yeah, England have a pretty solid side, but maybe they're just like a broken tape recorder. I'm saying my gut feel says that India would likely come out on top, maybe by a goal or so.
Interesting. Remains to be seen whether England, I mean, whether India actually can give a tough position to England or not. But we'll end our show here, and tomorrow again we'll be back before the women's team game. It's India versus China. It's going to be a formidable task for our Indian women's team, but we will back the women's team the same way we have backed our men's hockey team. So tomorrow, once again, see you all of you guys on Rep Sports platforms. But thanks for watching. See you in our next show. Also, thanks to Bharat for joining us and to all of our viewers. See you in our next show.